What's up guys, we are going to be diving into this article in more detail in just a second, but direct relief distributes perhaps anticipating the resistance that he could meet on state levels for gas tax suspensions. Biden on Wednesday also urged lawmakers and governors to consider other types of tax relief, including rebates, as known as stimulus checks or direct payments, to go right to the American people through direct deposit or stimulus checks. Now, we are hearing that this is coming to the forefront because yesterday, Biden's gas tax holiday might save you about $6 a month, fueling calls for inflation stimulus checks. Instead, they are saying this is not enough to have out the American people. We've got 8.6% inflation. It's at a 40-year high, record high food and gas prices. And we are going to save you about $6 a month at the pump. They are saying this is not enough, and they want to pause that gas tax for 3 months. Members of Congress are saying, no thanks, because in 3 months we are going to tell Americans we are going to pump up your taxes. And now, it's midterm elections. Go vote for us to stay in power. They are not buying it. There is no support in Congress for this. The American people are saying, why don't you send out the stimulus checks? And how long is this going to be going on? We'll take a look at this oil turbulence for the last 5 years, according to ExxonMobil's bots, giving us a warning. So right now, we have heard that gas prices are high. They are gonna go higher, and they are not coming down anytime soon. We are also hearing that this could last for several years, so they have got to figure out some sort of ways to help out the American people with some solutions at this time, right before midterm elections, because we could be in this for quite a while. And things are not slowing down with the war with Russia and Ukraine either. Now also, as I mentioned, with everything going on, we are hearing that there's progress being made as well on a stimulus package, a revised Build Back Better bill to get some sort of provisions passed and through, and Congress Democrats want to show the American people that as they are in full control, they are going to be able to get stuff done. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the latest that's coming out, as we are hearing stimulus checks were gas. They are coming to the forefront, and they are passing federal gas tax holidays. Now, the article says President Joe Biden is cheerleading for a gas tax holiday and is putting him at odds with Democratic legislators across the country who have spent months spurning such calls. Top Democrats in Massachusetts and Rhode Island are flat out rejecting Biden's plea, citing the potential for loss of revenue streams for infrastructure projects and minimal savings for consumers. And they don't want to do that because then they're going to be losing that revenue. Now, in California, Democratic legislative leaders who rebuffed Gavin Newsom's attempt to stop a gas tax hike from going into effect on July the 1st are resisting calls for a gas tax holiday from Republicans and moderate Democrats as well. And even as Biden, New York, and Connecticut were suspending their gas taxes, motorists aren't seeing much in the way of savings at the pump in either of those states. And we heard that from Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. She had said, listen, if you are going to do some form of relief, do stimulus checks, because there is no guarantee that if we lift the federal gas tax or state gas taxes, consumers are going to see the benefit at the pump. The only way to ensure that they get direct relief is to send them checks to their bank accounts. Now, direct relief disputes returning to the section that we started off with, perhaps anticipating the resistance that he could meet on state levels for gas tax suspensions. Biden on Wednesday also urged lawmakers and governors to consider other types of tax relief, including rebates or direct payments. That might be an easier sell, in part because some states and local officials they are already doing it now. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot currently is sending out 50,000 prepaid cards worth $150 each and 100,000 Times Square cards worth $50 in addition to lifting their state gas tax as well. Now, Rhode Island lawmakers are poised to eliminate the state's motor vehicle excise tax a year earlier than planned, providing $73 million in direct tax relief to consumers. We were way ahead of President Biden by providing more dramatic and permanent tax relief to Rhode Island vehicle owners. And this is more meaningful and impactful than a symbolic 3-month suspension on gas taxes. Alright, take a look at this argument for gas stimulus checks and against federal gas tax holidays. It says, we fear that, as many economists have warned, a gas tax holiday could result in billions of dollars in profits for oil companies and only pennies in the pockets of consumers, as the companies cannot be obligated to pass this price reduction to them. Mariano and Senate President Karen Spilka said in a joint statement on Wednesday. This isn't fair, and we are not interested in benefiting multinational corporations while our residents continue to feel pain at the pump. Suspending the federal 18.4 cents per gallon tax could save about $3 on the $75 it costs to fill up an average 15-gallon gas tank at $4.98 per gallon. If states suspend their gas taxes too, Biden argued Wednesday that the savings could be even greater. But listen, it all depends on whether or not these oil companies are willing to pass on that savings to consumers. And they are saying, you are not going to get that full 18 cents of the federal gas tax relief, and you are not going to get the full state gas tax. They are saying it's very likely that these companies are just going to be profiting even more. A University of Pennsylvania Wharton School study found savings from state-level gas tax holidays have so far been missed. So in Connecticut, 71 to 87% of the tax savings were passed on to the consumers, but compared to 58% to 65% in Georgia and 72% in Maryland, they are saying it's very likely that 100% of the savings are not going to be going on to the consumers. And in some cases, roughly about half, as they're going to be just saving you pennies, dollars, but those oil companies, they're going to be raking in some major profits. They are going to actually be benefiting from these gas tax holidays. So there you have it, you guys. We will see, and I will keep you up to date here on the channel.